Welcome back to Healthy Don't Hurt. Back with another fire video, or live stream, should I say, on a Wednesday, because you know I got that dog in me. How y'all doing, man? Y'all already know what time it is. God got me up today. Not everybody gets another day. So since he did his part, I gotta do mine. I gotta go get it. You feel me? We going strong. We going hella strong. I hope you are too, man. What's up with y'all? Been a hell of a work day, fam. Been a hell of a work day, but it's finally over. Your boy got the monkey polo on. I freaking hate they make you wear these collared shirts, bruh. I feel like an idiot wearing these, but hey, if they gonna give me that bag to wear this stupid polo shirt, it is what it is, you feel me? Daddy got bills to pay. I'm about to jaywalk real quick. Hopefully I don't get hit by no damn car. How y'all doing, man? I know y'all see the description of the video. The title of the video, should I say. Dealing with toxic family members. Almost everybody has toxic family members. We gonna get into it as usual after I get to my whip. But this is something that, you know, is quite common. A lot of people got toxic family members. You know, you falling out with your family over nothing. Over nothing. With your cousins, your brother, your sister, your parents, you know. It's mad common. You grow up with people for 18 years under the same roof. You feel me? Sometimes you grow up with your cousins over your grandma's house on the weekends. You know? For like 15 years, you cool with your cousins. You get older, start arguing over stupid stuff, and you don't hear from them for almost a decade. Sometimes 2 decades. Sometimes you'll hear from them at all. It'd be wild, man. It'd be wild. But we blessed and highly favored. You feel me? Welcome to Healthy Don't Hurt, where we talk about real life, real opportunity, real preparation, real evolution, real healing, real adaptation, real situations. It's real over here. It's real in the field. Cause I'm real. I'm so real. I got enough real for everybody. I'll give everybody some real, so we can all be real. You feel me? Too much fakeness going on in our society. Too much fakeness. I don't like it. I don't like fake shit. You feel me? I don't like fake shit. I ain't never been fake a day in my life. I'm authentic. I'm a one-on-one. And you should be a one-on-one too. Legend 67 says hi. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? Or her. I don't want to assume your gender. You, he, hers, these, hers, them. What are you? Whatever you are. Hope you're doing good, man. Hope you're doing great. I'm doing good, but I hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing magnificent. You know, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful Pittsburgh day today, man. It's an opportunity. Legend 767 says, I hope you have a good stream. You know what? Every stream is a good stream. It's a privilege just to do this. And anybody can do it with a smartphone, you know. Legend 67 says, I'm doing good and I'm a male. Hey, what's up, bro? Yeah, man. I'm just out here trying to get it. Trying to spread some good vibes. Trying not to get hit by a car in downtown Pittsburgh. Trying not to end up on the news. I'm out here playing Frogger. Look at this shit. All this fucking traffic. Fucking backed up. I'm about to jump in that. Fucking downtown Pittsburgh, I tell you. But yeah, man. We're doing great. We got another day, man. I got oxygen in my lungs, bruh. Mad appreciative. I'm feeling hella groovy. You know what I'm saying? About to go lift. About to run this podcast real quick. Crack some jokes, spread some good vibes, have some real conversations, hopefully help somebody out. Hopefully help somebody out. That's the goal, you know? There's not enough of that. There's not enough of this in this world. Helping each other out. You know, talking that real. I be watching YouTube, man. I was watching somebody's live stream myself on YouTube because I wanted to see what you guys saw, you know? Because I watched the same 5 YouTubers, and I've watched the same 5 YouTubers for the past 2 years, you know? Because although I make YouTube videos, I also like watching them. You know, I was a viewer before I was a creator. You feel me? And so I had went ahead and I started scrolling through the live streams to see what you guys see, because people just be finding me. I hear all the time, oh, I was just scrolling through the live streams and I found your channel. I'm glad I found you. I'm like, how do people keep finding me? I'm glad I'm being found. I'm discovered, you feel me? I'd rather be found than not found, you know? But yeah, so I'm scrolling through the live streams to see what y'all see out of curiosity. And you know, I'm giving a few people a shot, you feel me? I gave a few YouTubers a shot at, like, you know, just listening to what they were talking about. I'm be real, some of these lives were a hard watch. Like, they were not entertaining at all. I was like, damn, bro, you gonna crack a joke? You know, you gonna say something funny? You gonna give me any form of entertainment? Nope. This dude on the live I was watching, he was watching the Shannon Sharpe interview, and he was just letting the interview play and then just chiming in here and there. And then he was just begging like every 5 seconds on the live stream, donate to the channel, donate to the channel. He kept interrupting the video, telling us to donate on his live. I'm like, I wanted to be like, bro, if you don't shut up, you don't deserve a donation. You don't deserve a super chat, right? I'm like, your show's garbage, fam. And then he's in the chat like spamming donate, donate, donate. I'm like, why are you spamming it, right? And so I gave him a shot. I gave him an opportunity because I was going to give him some money. I was like, I'll donate to this dude's YouTube channel if he gives me anything of value. He gives me any advice, anything applicable that I can add to my life that'll make me money. If he can even make me smile or laugh, I'll give him, I was going to give him $5 on the spot. He couldn't even get me to crack a smile. It showed low effort, no creativity, no authenticity, you know. And then on top of that, like, he's doing a reaction video off of somebody else's content. Now me, I do this strictly off the muscle. So, you know, it was just sad to see what y'all got to deal with when y'all ain't watching me. You feel me? I tried though, but yeah, we're gonna get into this topic here shortly. I'm just out here putting my crap away in my whip, letting my car warm up, and really just getting warmed up, you know, with talking to you guys in general. But yeah, I gave the guy a shot. Man. I gave him a shot and he failed miserably. I was pissed. I was rooting for him. I had my money ready. I was ready to donate to this dude's YouTube. I was ready. And he didn't have jokes. He didn't have good conversation. He didn't have a unique perspective. It was sad. It was sad. I was like, you gotta give me something, man. He couldn't give me jack. So I just kept on scrolling. You know, I know YouTube's hard. I make this look easy. And I don't do this, you know, sometimes I do lives with my setup in my studio, and I'll have like a video like on here and stuff. And I'll be like scrolling the internet as I'm entertaining you guys. And I know I make this look easy, but I mean, it's hard, but it ain't that hard, like Jesus Christ. But yeah, we about to get into this topic here shortly here, guys. Title of the video is dealing with toxic family members, man. This one's gonna hit home for a lot of you guys. I need a haircut. I'm out here looking like OJ. It's wildin'. Your boy's looking rough. Let me know if you guys can hear me here in the chat. Feel free to say what's up. Feel free to say hi. I've been having a lot of growth on my YouTube channel lately. Very appreciative for everybody that stopped and say hello. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody that stopped and that didn't say anything and watched, silently. Even if you were like, this guy sucks, this guy isn't funny at all, and even if you just scrolled past and you gave me a shot, I appreciate you. I really, really appreciate you. Isaac says hi. Hi, Isaac. How you feeling today, man? Welcome to Healthy Don't Hurt, where we evolve, we smile, we joke, we laugh, and we get some money over here, man. That's what we're about. And we live life. We live a high quality of life. We push, we evolve, we adapt, we overcome. But yeah, man, it's wild, bro. It's wild. This YouTube game, the content creation game in general is hard. So not dissing that guy, although I wanted to rip him a new one and roast him on how bad his show sucked. You feel me? He said, what is your name? My name is E-Man. My name is E-Man. Yup. I'll be your host. Yeah, content creation is hard. Content creation is very hard. It's hard building an audience, but it's more so the hard part isn't even building the audience. It's building the audience around quality content. Like, when people are done watching you, you don't want to make them feel as though they wasted their time. And the dude that I watched on live stream, who I stumbled upon, I felt like in the end, he wasted my time. At the end of my live streams and all my videos, I make sure you guys at least feel better about yourselves, right? At the very least. Isaac says, I subscribed. Hey, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. You will not regret that. I have tons of great videos. I do a lot of other content besides live streams. So feel free to check those out. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment. Shoot, hey, leave a super chat if you want. And that goes for anybody else. If you like what you see, you want more coming, you want me to keep it coming, especially with these YouTube videos, please do, feel free to hit the super chat button, because that's what keeps the show going. But yeah, one thing that I did learn, I said I didn't learn anything from his stream, which was a lie, because I did learn one thing from his stream. He was asking for cash apps, which I just asked for super chats. I don't have any of that set up. But if you ask for people to support, they will support. If you ask for people to hit the like button, they'll hit the like button. So please, if you guys have a few moments, please hit the like button. That really helps this channel grow. It helps other people, it helps other people see me. It helps me become visible. And there's a lot of people that don't really care about their viewership. People, they get viewed, they get clicks, and they provide nothing, right? They don't even interact with their chat. Like, I interact with you guys for free, right? Because honestly, that's how it should be. People should be acknowledging the chat. So I acknowledge you guys because you guys are dope. Please hit the like button. Please hit the sub button. It's greatly appreciated. We're about to get into this topic here in the next few moments. But yeah, man, it's a glorious day. It's a great Wednesday. It's June 4th, right? So we are halfway through the year. We are halfway through the year. So that means we have 6 months left to achieve our goals or to chase our goals, whether it's physically, emotionally, it might be spiritually. We got 6 months to build a better version of ourselves, right? A lot of people are balancing multiple things in life. Some people are parents, students, some people have a lot of stress going on at their job. Everyone has challenges, Me, I say dominate those challenges. Why not? Why not? And one of those challenges can sometimes be family. With that being said, let's pull off and get into the video, shall we? Welcome back to Healthy Don't Hurt. My name is E-Man, back with another fire live stream on a Wednesday, because I got that dog in me. Today's topic, and I'm gonna take my glasses off for this one. Today's topic is dealing with toxic family members. Now, guys, we can't choose who our families are, right? Unfortunately, I know some of you guys wish you could, but we just can't choose who our moms are, who our dads are, or our brothers and sisters. I know a lot of you guys have went through the ringer with your brother and with your sister. We've all been there. Sometimes, and when they're in their teenage years, they have growing phases, right? Sometimes you're going through the growing phase as you get older. And I'm gonna be real with you, not to sound immature. I always, like, as an individual, as a person, I always feel like I'm going through a growing phase because I'm never done evolving. I'm never done growing. And I get better. I get better with time. I'm like wine. You feel me? I get better with time. And so, you know, when you're growing and changing, sometimes events happen that other people aren't going to disagree with, aren't going to agree with. Sometimes decisions are made, opinions are shared, actions are done that your family's not going to agree with. And, you know, sometimes you just fall out, bro. And it's sad. It's unfortunate. It's honestly not worth crashing out with your family. Some parents, they fight. Isaac says, what type of car do you have? I have a video about it. You're gonna have to guess. You're gonna have to guess. I can't put my vehicle out there, baby. What you want next? My address? But, you know, unfortunately, like I said, you know, sometimes you crash out with your siblings, with your brother, with your sister. And, you know, brothers and sisters are notorious for fighting in their childhood, in their adolescence, and sometimes even as young adults, you know, in your early 20s over stupid stuff. And I'm gonna be real with you, man. It's never worth it because sometimes your brother or sister can push you so far that it's to the point of no return. It's to the point of no return. And there is nothing sadder than only seeing your brother or sister when there's a funeral. You know, there's nothing worse. By the way, guys, please hit the like button. I gotta keep saying this, but I have to say it or else people won't do it. I appreciate the support. But there's nothing sadder than only seeing your brother or sister at funerals, or if somebody's about to die, you know, or maybe if somebody graduates college, you know, and your parents have got to beg you. They've got to beg you to be in the same room as your brother or as your sister. You know, there's absolutely nothing worse. And for real, in 2024, I really feel like family in general is just devalued, man. It's just devalued. I'm a silver ship says, do you remember me? I do remember you. And there is nothing worse. There is nothing worse than only seeing your family in times of tragedy. And in 2024, family is just not valued how it used to be. You know, even cookouts. Y'all remember cookouts? Remember family reunions? Family reunions and cookouts used to happen every single year, right? But our grandparents have gotten so much older now. You know, I'm 29, right? So I'm a millennial. And so, you know, let me see if I get my zoom on here. There we go. Yeah, I like that. And so, you know, like our parents are so much older now. Our grandparents are so much older now. So now millennials, Generation Z too, we're the uncles. We're unk, you know? We're big auntie, you know? And I hate to say it, I feel like this generation just doesn't care about family as much as they used to. They're not willing to make the sacrifice. They're not willing to be basting and seasoning ribs for 2 whole days and cooking and what do you call it and smoking meat and smoking ribs, and you know, they're just not willing to put in that much effort, that much money, because you got to think these events cost money. You need a speaker, you need a sound system. You need a grill, you need food, you need trays, you need a table, you gotta call everybody up, you gotta make sure everybody shows up, you need coolers filled with beer, you need a couple bottles for the adults, you need Huggies, you know, you need water balloons, which I'm all about. I'm excited just saying this. I'm a family guy, you know, like no punny stuff. By the way, guys, please hit the like button. I'm a family guy. You know, family is very important to me. Am I the best family member? Absolutely not. But I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm the number one, you know, I'm the number one brother. I'm the number one dad. I'm a pretty good brother. I'm a pretty good dad. But me saying I'm the number one dad or the number one brother, that would be cap, you know. But those memories as a child were really important to me, and I remember them forever. I remember them forever, and they're ingrained in my childhood. And I myself, as a father, like my son is 3, I want to make sure my son has those memories, and he will. I do try to throw events. He just had a birthday party. Shout out to EJ, Daddy, love you. And so this is very important to me, but I feel like a lot of other people, they're really not that gung-ho about family. And it's because their parents haven't treated them well. Or sometimes there was a misunderstanding. And there are a lot of cases where family really didn't treat you well, and your feelings are justified. There are many cases where your brother or sister have screwed you over. Your son has screwed you over. Like I let everything with my family slide because none of it's worth it. None of it is worth it. No amount of money, no amount of objects is worth falling out over. It's worth not talking to my brother, my sister, my cousin, my nephew. It's just not worth it. I love them too much for me to let that get in the way of me talking to them, spending time with them. And I just feel like 2024, that is lost, man. That is definitely lost. But we got to find a way to communicate without separating. There's this new trend going on where kids are ghosting their parents at the age of 18. So they move out, they move out at the age of 18 and they never talk to their parents again. Now, this is bad for multiple reasons. Whenever your parents die, in order for your assets to be shared and distributed amongst your children, a will has got to be signed, right? And you have to be labeled as power of attorney in order to make big decisions over your parents' financials. Now, most likely 9 times out of 10, if you aren't on good speaking terms with your parents, you're probably not going to be in the will. So when it's time for, them to give up the keys to the house, give up the keys to grandma's Mercedes and Pawpaw's pickup truck, his Dodge Ram 2500, he's not going to give it to you. He can't because he's dead. So the court's going to have to separate it and sort it out. And the lawyers are going to make the decision for them, and you might get nothing. So that messes up generational wealth, and that can even cause even more bad blood. Now, I worked in the banking industry for 3 years. And so I have seen multiple times, I've seen siblings, them turn on each other when their parents die. They're arguing over assets. They're arguing over bank accounts, They're fighting over the wealth that their grandparents died for. And when their grandparents were alive, when their parents were alive, they couldn't get the 2 siblings in the same room to save their life. I mean, no pun intended, but it's just sad, and it's just really, really sad, bro. And I understand, I get it, right? Because when feelings are involved, everyone has fifis, right? When your feelings are involved, it's really hard for you not to crash out, especially when it's with someone that you have such a long history with. But it's just unfortunate that like family today isn't what family used to be. It's just not. I don't know how we're going to be able to solve it, but I think we just got to change. We have to change the culture. We have to change the culture of family and unblur the lines. I feel like in 2024, we've blurred the lines in almost everything. What a real family is, what a real relationship is, what a real marriage is, what a quality of life is, what being accountable is, what mental health. We've blurred everything. So if you blur the lines, it's hard for us to tell, what a good family is. In my mind, a good family, you meet up on holidays, Christmas, Easter, New Year, and the crazy part is I feel like families are more apart now than ever. And I believe that like wholeheartedly. And it's sad. because we have these smartphones. We have state-of-the-art technology which allows us to communicate with each other. You know, we can do group FaceTimes with each other, but most families, they can't get it done. Like, how is it that we have this device that can bring us together and we can do virtual chatting with multiple people, right? We got this device that can bring multiple people together instantly, but we're more far apart than ever. We were closer in the 80s, the 90s, the early 2000s, and the early 2010s than now, before we had this. It's kind of wild. It's like everybody is so busy. You know, it's like everybody is so busy with their own lives, and even though things are more convenient than ever. And guys, by the way, please support the channel and please hit the like button. Hate I gotta say it, but you know, I gotta stop in between and just so we can get this in for the algorithm. But yeah, you know, everybody's so busy doing their own thing that, you know, they can't really stop and ask their cousin how they're doing, ask their brother how they're doing. And it's unfortunate. We even have DoorDash. You can get your groceries delivered. You can get packages, shoes, outfits. Uber Eats, you can get whatever you want off of Uber Eats. And Postmates and Grubhub, you can get shoes ordered. And please hit the like button, guys. I'm in this car sweating like a whore in church for your entertainment. Help your boy out. But yeah, man, it's sad. I want to bring family back. But in order for us to bring family back, some of those family values are going to have to be restored, you know? And I also don't think that we really respect our elders like we used to. Now, I do strongly believe that some elders did abuse that right? There are some family members, and now we're going to get into the toxicity part because we've already broke down what happened to our families, or the modern family image, and how it's fallen from the 80s, the 90s, the 2000s, and the early 2010s. Now, I gotta switch lanes. Fuck. You know, like our privilege of them just having, you know, the doubt. You know, remember when you were younger? You know, I don't know about you guys. You know, I'm black, so black families are a little bit different. I don't know what race you guys are. You know, you see a mom and dad talking. If you seen two parents talking, you couldn't just walk over and interrupt their conversation. They're gonna pop you in the mouth. You know, you're gonna get popped upside your head. You interrupting grown folk when they speaking. But nowadays, they just let it fly. You know, people interrupt grown folks' conversation all the time. Why that is because we've removed that boundary. We've removed that respect. Now, is it because some of them, they've lost the respect? Some of our parents, some of our uncles, aunts? I think that is a little bit of the case. I think that we've grown older, and some of us have realized who our family members truly are. You know, and it's not like, oh yeah, they're the black sheep of the family. No, your aunt, your uncle, they were doing dirt. They were doing dirt. They knew they were doing dirt, and they kept doing it, and they didn't apologize. And they expected for you to not forget. Or sorry, they expected for you to forget. They were doing dirt. They didn't apologize. They didn't make it right. And they were expecting for you to forget. They were expecting for you to act like it was completely okay. Like it never happened. And then you get older, you become an adult, right? Now you're 22. Now you're 18. Now you're 25, right? And you get around them and they're like, hey, you know, they're smiling in your face. Your uncle, your aunt, they're like, hey, you know, they're all buddy. But they don't know that you remember what they did to your mama, what they did to your father, what they did to you, you know? So now the vibe is all off. The vibe is all off. But if you say something and if you confront them about what they did wrong, you're the bad guy. And you gotta know how to handle it for the benefit of family, for the benefit of cookouts for the benefit of just togetherness. You got to make it right, you know? If you have toxic family members, if you have family members that did you wrong, give it a chance. Give it a chance. Address the issue. Why not? What do you have to lose? What do you have to lose? From a reasonable civil standpoint, talk about it. Talk about it. Especially if you're young. You have nothing to lose. Now, some people, they just can't get past whatever it is that they've done to them as a child, as a teenager, or they can't get over what they've witnessed as a child, as a teenager, or maybe what they've been told. You know, there are some crazy family stories out there. Some crazy family stories. And it's really hard when you're younger. It's really hard to let go of grudges. It's really hard to bury the hatchet, to let bygones be bygones. It takes a certain amount of healing. It takes a certain amount of forgiveness and maturity to address an issue with a family member because of wrongdoing that they've done on their behalf to you. It does take a lot. It takes a big person to take the high road. And a lot of times, the high road, there is not any reward involved outside of personal satisfaction, gratitude, and inner peace. I'm just being real. But once you get older and you start having kids, and their kids start having kids, because, you know, we're talking about your uncle, you know, your cousins are around the same age you are, you want them to be together. You know, that's something that most people, I feel like, want. Even if you're angry at your aunt, even if you're angry at your uncle, when you have kids, you still want to hang around your cousin and your cousin's kids. You want them to play together, to be together. You want to have cookouts and family reunions. You don't want it to be awkward. You want it to be a time of celebration. You want things to be how they once were, before they did what they did or said what they said. You know, because in this life, you can only screw someone over one of two ways. Verbally or with action, which is normally physically. And it can be hard to get past that, man. Especially with parents, man. Parents are the biggest form of toxicity when it comes to dealing with family members, especially as a teenager and your adolescent years. I don't know about you guys. You know, I fell out with my parents when I became a man. I was 18. My mom raised me, man. I'll never forget this. My mom raised me. I turned 18 and I started acting froggy, and she kicked my ass out. She kicked my ass out, bro. I wasn't doing nothing too crazy. I was just staying out later than I was supposed to. You know, I was working 40 hours a week. I had a full-time job. She was trying to get me to pay bills. Now, that portion of it, I do still think is toxic. I don't think I was in the wrong for that. And we'll cover parents making their children pay bills after graduation here shortly. But besides that, you know, I was in the wrong for the most part. You know, I shouldn't have been getting all froggy. There's no need, you know. But when you're a man, legally, you turn 18, you think you're too big for your britches. You know, so you start saying stuff out the side of your neck, or the words start slipping out of your mouth. You start just doing stuff, you know, against their advisory, against their recommendations or suggestions. And then that's when bad stuff happens. You know, that's when you get kicked out. And I had gotten kicked out, and I had a chip on my shoulder for a while after they kicked me out. My mom kicked me out, and I was hot. I felt like she abandoned me because I was on the street, you know. I was on the street. I never went back after that. And it took a real long time for me to figure out, you know, that I was in the wrong. And I misjudged my mother because, you know, everybody likes to bash single moms. My mom was a single mom. You feel me? She had 5 kids, 3 of them still in the house, me being one of them. I had a big chip on my shoulder because I felt like I was deserving of a lot more. And that, you know, at the age of 17 and 18 years old, I felt like her decision making wasn't that good financially. And as far as, like, you know, the decisions that she made in life that led her to the point to where she was at. And it was unfair of me because I was making, you know, opinions off a limited perspective. I didn't know what it was like in this world. I didn't know what it was like building relationships with a woman, or in her case, a man, trying to create a family. I didn't realize how hard it was to be a leader of a family. Like, I'm a father now, right? So in order for me to truly understand my mother, I had to become a father. And there are many things along the way that I had to learn as a man. And by the way, guys, please hit the like button to support the show. It really helps me out, guys. I don't see many people in lives having these real conversations and acknowledging the chat as well. I will read your chats the second I'm at a red light. I'm just driving right now. Got to keep my eyes on the road. But it took for me to become a parent to truly realize everything that she went through, for me to have empathy, for me to be fair to her, right? So when I became a father, a lot of the unfair perspectives and the unfair feelings that I had towards her, that all went away immediately because I've seen how hard it was to be a parent. I've seen how hard it was to be in a relationship, right? And to stay together as a family. Like, I'm not sure how old you guys are, because I have a pretty wide demographic on my channel, but for my young people, or my younger people, because I'm still young, I'm only 29, but, like, man, having a family is hard, bro. It's difficult. It's like a fight. Not every single day, but, like, stuff happens along the way because you want to stay together. A lot of us were raised in households where there's only one person, right? So either your father decided to leave or your mother and father didn't get along and they broke off, right? And they went in separate directions and you live with one parent. Now, this causes a strain, right? It causes a strain on you, but there was a strain before the strain, and that strain was them trying to stay together, because it is so difficult trying to stay together as a family. That's why families break up. I think like 30% of households that have children in them have both of their parents. You know, because it's hard. So as I grew up, as I got older, I started to realize the challenges of raising a family. And it's worth it. You know, to be clear, it's totally worth it, but I lacked understanding. I lacked understanding and wisdom. And that only comes with time and going through the fire of life. You know, like, to be real. Now, some parents, bro, are really toxic. Like, they're toxic as a child. And you're like, you know, like, they're being unfair. Maybe your mom or dad's being rude. Maybe your dad's beating on your mom. Maybe your dad says rude things. You know, I never went through anything like that. Like, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna tell a funny joke real quick. I'm gonna tell a funny story. So, like, speaking of beating and cursing, you know, your parents beating you and cursing you out. So my mom, I told you I was getting froggy, right? So I was getting froggy with my mom. I just turned 18. I just hit 6 feet tall. My mom's tall. She's 5'9". So I had like a 2-inch growth spurt over the summer. I went from like 5'9" to like 5'11" and a half or 6 foot. I was pretty close to 6 foot. I'm 6'1" now. But yeah, so I'm bigger than her now, right? And I'm lifting weights. Cause y'all see me on my channel. Your boy's jacked. I'm on the way to the gym right now. I don't play about my body, you know. So your boy's jacked. I've been up in the gym. I'm like, she can't tell me shit. You feel me? I'm like, she can't whoop me even if she wanted to, man. Fuck out of here. So, you know, I started talking that shit to her. I wasn't talking that shit like cursing, but, you know, I was standing up for myself. I was talking back with my chest out, with eye contact. Man, she called me a bitch. She was like, bitch, don't you ever. I was like, my mouth was wide open because my mom never called me a bitch before. She never called me a bitch. She called me stupid sometimes. She'd say motherfucker or you motherfucker, but she never would be like, you fucking bitch. Like, you know, she never called me a bitch. So when she called me a bitch, it was like 1,000 knives directly into my heart, fam. It was freaking hilarious. Looking back at it, I was hurt at the time. But, you know, some of you guys have parents that have done that, you know. Some of you guys have parents that unfortunately have mistreated you, bro. And it's difficult. It's really, really hard to get past that, man. It's really, really difficult to forgive. It's really, really difficult to let bygones be bygones. And you gotta find a way. Dang, what the heck's going on my camera? You gotta find a way to get past it. You gotta find a way to get past it so you can be, you know, so you can be whole again. And without you getting past it and fixing your issues, it's gonna be pretty difficult. You know, it's gonna be pretty difficult for you to be happy. Because you're gonna feel like, you know, you're kind of empty inside, you know? You're gonna feel like you're missing something. Give me 1 second here, guys. I apologize. Something strange is going on with my camera. Woo! Let me see. Clean you off there. There we go. Now we're looking good. God damn. But yeah, you know, it takes a lot. When that stuff happens, when your mom is out here crashing out, your dad is crashing out, it could be pretty difficult. It could be pretty difficult for you to get past that, you know. Some people never get past it. Some people can't get past it, man. Some people never let it go, and it crushes them forever. Jeez Louise, what is going on with this? Give me one moment.